I'm off the grid for August, and surprise, surprise, they're still coming for your kids.
How about one Libs of TikTok did where kids, kindergartners, what's that, age 5? Kindergartners.
Yeah, 6?
5, 6.
6, first grade.
Yeah. Sent home with a masturbation assignment.
What?
The masturbation assignment was to find a private place in your home where you can touch yourself without being disturbed.
Is that real?
Real.
Jesus.
Real.
Fucking, I might have retweeted that, and I'm saying, what?
Masturbation assignment for kindergartners. I mean, this kind of stuff, it's like...
Shocked, but not, because I did read this one thing where they were talking about kids that were preteens, and they were describing, like, different ways that people have sex. And I'm like, I just don't necessarily think that's your place. And I don't... It's a complex thing that I don't necessarily want taught by someone who I don't even know. I don't know what you're like. I don't know how are you going to say this? Are you going to say this in a way that's promoting a certain thing? Or what are you going to do? Because children are very malleable, and most people want to be the ones, other than the world itself. But in terms of like authority figures that are explaining things, you don't want someone explaining things to your kid that you absolutely don't agree with.
Right, or that you don't think they're ready for yet.
Yes.
Right.
And you don't want that.
It should happen on your timing.
You want it to be, look, I've had some great teachers, but I also had some fucking dummies, some real dummies that said some stupid shit to me, you know?
Yeah.
I remember, a teacher kicking me out of a room, telling the class, don't laugh, because he's never going to amount to anything.
Oh, wow.
Like, Mr. Rogan's never going to amount to anything. And I remember, like, why would you say that to a fucking 8-year-old?
Now, did you internalize that? Is all of this, your whole trajectory now in your career is to
I definitely remember
stick it to that teacher?
I'd be like, ha ha. But it was me cracking a joke in class. But the whole point is, like, you shouldn't say that to kids. Yeah. If you're a fucking teacher, you shouldn't say to a kid, you're never going to amount to anything. That's a crazy thing to say to a kid.
That's messed up.
Now that I think about it, I think I was 14. But it's not a thing that you should say to a kid. It's a rude, shitty thing. And if you're an adult and that's what they're going to get from you, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. And that is a problem with expressing any complex ideas that may have a very nuanced... There's nuance to all of those conversations, and you might not want this person who's not that bright, not that good at expressing themselves, and very biased to explain something to your kid that's going to cause an argument at home. Because then the kid's going to bring something up, and you're going to like, where did you hear this from?
Or to tell your kid that, you know what, you don't have to confide in your parents about this. Don't tell your parents about this. Come to me about these issues.
That's where it gets crazy.
That is grooming behavior. And you can't even call it that anymore. But it is.